At least since the OpenAI company released its GPT-3 model in 2020, AI has been all over the news. More recently, it has become a topic of everyday discussion and even a matter of national security due to two major events. First, on January 21st, 2025, US President Donald Trump announced Project Stargate, an initiative involving OpenAI and aiming to invest up to $500 billion in artificial intelligence infrastructure by 2029. Second, just a day earlier, the Chinese company DeepSeek released DeepSeek R1, an AI system that matched the performance of OpenAI's leading O1 model while being open source, entirely free to use, and significantly cheaper to run. Shortly thereafter, on February 2nd, and partly in response to the Chinese achievement, OpenAI introduced an AI agent called Deep Research. Relying on the capabilities of their upcoming O3 model, its purpose is to conduct online research on advanced topics and produce a rather lengthy report of the results along with citations. Obviously, this raised concerns about its impact on human-conducted research, with some even claiming it achieves a, quote, PhD-level intelligence, end of quote. I would like to share a few thoughts on this issue, which I have also expressed on my blog, Inductive Investigations. The link to the essay can be found in the description. Specifically, I will discuss some of the risks these tools pose to human-performed inductive reasoning. It is of no surprise that deep research has generated significant interest, including among scientific researchers. For, as the OpenAI website claims, it promises to, quote, find, analyze, and synthesize hundreds of online sources to create a comprehensive report at the level of a research analyst. It accomplishes in tens of minutes what would take a human many hours. Deep research is built for people who do intensive knowledge work in areas like finance, science, policy, and engineering, and need thorough, precise, and reliable research. End of quote. Such summaries have naturally drawn widespread attention, particularly for their potential to assist in efficiently producing scientific literature reviews and ease one's entry into complex topics. Nevertheless, I believe a couple of dangers should be highlighted. First of all, I think that this kind of tool might pose a certain danger to how inductive reasoning is conducted. At its most successful, such research involves hours, years, or even decades of immersing oneself in a vast amount of detail, both through reading and direct engagement with the world. A well-known example is Charles Darwin's research. He spent 5 years on a global voyage aboard the HMS Beagle, meticulously observing and documenting species variations, followed by 2 more decades analyzing his findings, refining his theory, gathering additional data, and studying the work of others before publishing on the origin of species in 1859. One benefit of this, something I can personally attest to as a philosophy researcher, is that many insights and fruitful observations arise from acquainting oneself with, either directly or indirectly, and carefully considering such details. My concern is that summarizing tools, while capable of capturing the general, often omit the particular, potentially depriving researchers of this process and thereby hindering potential discoveries. Of course, one might ask whether such tools can be used responsibly, neutralizing this risk. After all, many menial scientific tasks have been automated, freeing the time of researchers. I agree. The danger is not inherent in the tool itself, but depends on how it is used. However, the mere possibility of solving a danger does not eliminate it. First of all, current academic practices, with their emphasis and pressure on producing so-called practical results and publishing as quickly as possible, might stand in the way of solving this danger or even exacerbate it. This, in some ways, echoes the deeply flawed claims of philosophers of technology such as Jacques Ellul and Martin Heidegger. Ellul describes technology as a self-perpetuating system where new developments create conditions for further advances, forming a feedback loop that accelerates change and prioritizes efficiency rather than depth or other values. Similarly, Heidegger warns that technology reduces everything, including knowledge and creativity, to mere resources to be optimized. This, he argues, drives the pursuit of efficiency and rapid output at the expense of authentic engagement, replacing deep reflection with mechanized, calculative reasoning. Yet another issue highlighted by the development of such research assistant tools is the importance of asking questions well. As can be seen, for example, even in the older OpenAI tools like 4.0 or 0.1 models, the quality of an answer heavily depends on the quality of the input question. However, the ability to formulate good questions is significantly neglected in contemporary scientific training. Instead, the emphasis is rather on doing mechanically well on exams and rapidly making testable predictions, disregarding the question-forming stage of research. Furthermore, addressing this issue is also difficult and may be further exacerbated by the aforementioned pressure scientists already face. Interestingly, the cult of the exam has extended beyond the realm of education to the way AI systems are compared with humans themselves. One of the most popular benchmarks for comparing their capabilities is boastfully titled Humanity's Last Exam, HLE. Its name suggests a grandiose promise of testing whether artificial general intelligence, AGI, an AI system matching human performance across a broad range of tasks has been achieved. However, in contrast to this dramatic framing, its creators have described it more modestly as, quote, a benchmark of 2,700 extremely challenging questions from dozens of subject areas designed to be the final closed-ended benchmark of broad academic capabilities. Questions are original, precise, unambiguous, and resistant to simple internet lookup or database retrieval. Amongst the diversity of questions in the benchmark, HLE emphasizes world-class mathematics problems aimed at testing deep reasoning skills, broadly applicable across multiple academic areas. In recent evaluations, deep research achieved a 26.6 degree of accuracy on this test, the highest among state-of-the-art AI systems, fueling speculation about how soon AI will match or even surpass human intelligence. Yet, as the quoted description shows, HLE is essentially an advanced school or university exam. Moreover, its strong emphasis on mathematics, along with an examination of the actual questions asked, reveals that the test primarily assesses deductive rather than inductive reasoning. It focuses on applying existing knowledge rather than engaging in open-ended hypothesis formation or discovery, the very process which reason is fundamentally a faculty of. As HLE authors themselves acknowledged, quote, HLE tests structured academic problems rather than open-ended research or creative problem-solving abilities, making it a focused measure of technical knowledge and reasoning. HLE may be the last academic exam we need to give to models, but it is far from the last benchmark for AI. End of quote. It is of no surprise that some react to various AI systems as if AGI were already there or just around the corner. These are often the same people who either admired or were themselves the human voice recorders that we know all too well from the school system. Individuals with an impressive ability to repeat, but no originality of thought. If one has never truly experienced intelligence, especially when looking in the mirror, one can hardly be expected to recognize it. That being said, if you enjoyed this material and want to support my work to help me publish more frequently, you can do so through Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon. The links are in the description. Your support is truly appreciated. Thank you for listening.